What is going on, YouTube fam? We back with another video. Not no driving, not a bunch of driving today, just a PSA, but it's pretty important information. I think some of you boosted Z and G guys may find useful. So I mean, my personal car here, I've been having a lot of, so the battery voltage output, you see, like now that says 14 volts. That's where you want it to be. So even though I already cut the wire, which I'll show you in a few, that's at the IPDM. So Nissan has a system called variable charge, and it's just for economy. It reduces electrical load on the system and all that for like I said, for economy, better gas mileage. But what this does is sometimes, like, my voltage readings were like high 12s and low 13s most of the time, just like driving. The only time it would show like 14 volts is what I'm saying, when you first start up the vehicle, and it warms up. So what does this mean to you? Well, if you're boosted, a lot of issues, with like a wall bar pump, even if you have a twin pump setup and you hardwire to the battery, this is important because the ECM is what controls voltage to the battery at all times. You can, well, what I just the wire I just cut kind of eliminate the ECM out of the equation, so the ECM won't regulate the voltage to the battery anymore. But what this does is, for you guys with like the big pumps like myself, I have a 535 in there right now, Hellcat, but all the big pump guys, you need that 13 and a half, high 14 volts all the time at the battery, because that's what you're feeding, especially when you hardwire. You have a hardwire kit, that's what goes to the pump. Now how this helps you is that, obviously, you on boost, high load, high acceleration, sometimes you'll when the voltage drops, if it's not supplying enough voltage, the pump won't flow like it should, so then you'll have lean conditions on what I'm saying, like high acceleration and just high load, and that can be bad. That's how you mess your motor up and stuff like that. Now I've been noticing this thing been like that, and it didn't dawn on me to like check, because the QX80s, QX56 were known for this. Like, if customers would have like some battery issues or dying, if you didn't drive the car like for long distances for it to charge properly. So when we would disable the variable charge system, and the battery would stay at 14 volts all the time and keep the system charged properly. So I know I'm trying to explain it to you, and why it's important, especially if you boosted, you should probably consider this. So let me show you the wire. It's on this wire gonna be most for most G and Z, but let me show you the wiring diagram first, so you can go on if you can pull up your wiring diagram for your charging system, wherever your IPDM is. So this is the alternator. Whatever your IPDM is, you're gonna want to find this wire right here. That's at the IPDM, either one of these connector. Mine is pin 76 is at E7. You're gonna want to like cut this wire, so this kind of eliminates the ECM side from like dropping the voltage or keeping the voltage to be low that's being supplied from the alternator to the battery. So this wire here on mine, and your IPDM is gonna be over here next to the battery. This connector right here is what it's gonna be in for most of the cars, G's and all that stuff. I don't know about the Z, it's probably similar. I don't know if the wire color is gonna be the same for all, but you can look, it's like the third pin down from here. Mine is the yellow wire. So I just cut this wire here and folded it back together. So what that's gonna allow is for your battery to have constant high 13, 14 volts, so your pump won't have a low voltage condition under like heavy acceleration and all that. So like I said, it's a PSA. You might not think much of it, but it's really important. You want to make sure your big pumps, your wall bore pumps are getting that good 13.5 plus voltage. That's when they flow the best. So high load conditions, high acceleration, you don't want at high RPM, you're on E blend, E60 and up, you're leaning out because you have a low voltage condition, because the ECM is not like supplying enough voltage, or telling the IPDM to bump the duty cycle up, or control that from the alternator so you can have more voltage there. So I mean, yeah, I've been noticing that on mine, so I figured I wanted to share that for real, because it's really important, like I said, especially for all my boosted guys out there. That's definitely something you want to do. So get that wire cut so you can maintain the proper battery voltage all the time. It doesn't set a code or anything, so you're just disabling the variable charge system. And like I said, that was just implemented for like better fuel economy.